Welcome to Arlington War Memorial Stadium on a crisp April evening, and we're kicking off a Arlington derby between the Washington Lee Generals and the Yorktown Patriots. Most interesting to note right now is the All-American from Washington Lee is not starting the game today, Michael Nunez. But certainly this undefeated team and last year's state finalist is plenty stacked to play well without him. Washington Lee's in white, going from left to right. The Yorktown Patriots are in Columbia blue, going from right to left. We've got a slight wind coming from the west. It's dying down now as the evening, as the sun starts to set. Nice clearance by the Patriots. Generals control the ball, centered. Nice save by the Patriots keeper. Always good to get that first save under your belt. First time you touch the ball as a goalie, can portend, if you do it well, can portend a good rest of the game. Got a foul, about 30 yards from the net, from the goal. It's the Patriots' free kick for the Washington Lee Generals. Patriots are making a four-man wall. Goalie's directing them. Miguel Ortiz is taking the free kick. Nope. It's run over. Soft chip and over the end line. Goal kick for Yorktown Patriots. Generals are going to be working out of a full 4-2 alignment. Take the ball midfield area. Lead defense tested a little bit. Aggressive playing by Yorktown's front line. There's no Pizer. Making the back four work for W&L. On the touch, throw for the Generals. Yorktown controlling the ball nicely. Pass down the left flank. Defender's able to clean up. Geronimo Kirschbach with the ball. Nicely defended right at the midfield stripe. quick offensive by W&L. The back four for New Yorktown is holding fast. Some nice play by Keith Witherall, who's going to be going to VCU on a soccer scholarship. And when I spoke with Jimmy Carrasquillo, the W&L coach, that was one player he mentioned has good skills and creates some damage with the W&L defense. Ball to Jacob Campbell. Header. Beautiful cross by Jacob Campbell. The goal was Samuel Felix Hernandez. Headed into the top of the net. Goaltender did not have much of a chance. That's taking advantage of a 2v2 if I've ever seen it. Just quality play. I spoke with the Generals coach yesterday. The one thing he really wanted was that quick early goal. So the longer Yorktown hangs in the game, the more they'll begin to believe in themselves and make it hard for W&L. Balls over the inline, goal kick. But back forward for Yorktown's been looking good the first 7-8 minutes of the game. That was just a bit of magic. Perfectly timed, perfectly placed pass, header exactly in the right spot. Muskovitz centering it. A little bit of space, but not much in Yorktown defense. Aggressive challenge. Now an onside pass. Baron Rashanari. Looks like he's taken down, and we've got a foul just outside the box. Corner of the box just outside, or to the left of the W&L keeper, Julian Esqueda Perez. Low free kick did not make it past the first wall of defenders. Now W&L on the counter. Long ball handled by, long pass handled by the Yorktown keeper. Tough challenge by Noah Goodkind. His brother looked good in the JV game. Taking on two defenders and the third one. Samuel Felix Hernandez certainly seems to be feeling it today. Nice little run through the defense, but Yorktown defense held strong. They're keeping in good shape. They're not on the defense and not allowing a whole lot of openings. WNL's had the majority of play. Now Michael Nunez, the All-American for the Generals, has been inserted into the game. He's replacing Geronimo Kirschbach. Patriots stringing together some nice passes, controlled the ball in midfield. As soon as I say that, this is what happens when you have control, is you get a chance for a quick counter. You open some space on the right. Ball down in the right wing, cross. Nicely deflected by the defender for WNL and into touch. Patriot throw. It'll be interesting to see what happens. The Patriots have to down 1-0. If they have to try to force it a little bit more, see what happens. Whether they open themselves up to more counters, or they're actually able to push through. Or they're just patient and say, we trust ourselves, we trust our formation, and we'll stay in this game. Last week, Yorktown's played 3 games, won 1, drew 1, lost 1. Ball sent in the touch by Isaac Gamboa. Patriots ball. Justin Gonzalez. Keith Weatherall. Nice turn, Noah Pizer. This ball signaled offside. Played by the defense back to the keeper. Michael Nunez down the byline, touch, and it's going to be, it's corner kick for the Generals. One of the captains, Harrison Ramos, looks like he's going to be taking it. In swinger from the left side of General offense, the right side of Patriot defense. Aiden Ty is the near post. Keeper comes out very nicely. Well played and quickly distributed. Keith Witherall takes it. Long ball, he's onside, but ball's in the touch. A little bit of a heavy pass. Not the easiest pass to make, however. Witherall has it again. One against the defender, no foul, but it is good. He wasn't awarded a corner kick for his effort. Nice move. Also well played on defense. Corner kick, outswinger. Everybody's on the outside, right on the edge of the 18 for the Patriots. And moving on the far post. Ball's a little further out than in the corner. We do have a foul against Yorktown. Tim Collins, who's got a scholarship to Vassar, took the free kick. Harrison Ramos fighting with Jack Maneri for the 50-50 ball. Michael Nunez going through three. Screw the fourth. Nice touch to the left shot. Goal! Michael Nunez shows that All-American status and why he's earned it. Went through three defenders, took a nice touch to the left, and a perfect shot in the lower right-hand corner. You can't ask for any more than that. 23 minutes to go in the first half. Washington League Generals 2, Yorktown Patriots 0. Just when the Patriots looked like they were starting to get a little more flow in their direction, that another moment of brilliance. I mean, you can't say anything other than that. One player, three defenders.
Okay.
Now, quick ball down the right flank of the Patriots. Everybody's on side. They don't have numbers. You can cut back, and it's over the end line. Another corner kick for the Patriots. Yorktown's had a couple corners, had a little bit of success down the right flank. We'll see what they try to do with this corner kick. Last time they went far post. Now a little more congestion in the mixer. A little different approach. The outswinger. No control. Hit it out. Back to Yorktown. Chipped in the middle. Easy play by the goaltender. First 14 minutes, Washington Lee scored twice, two beautiful goals. You really can't blame Hayden Kempush, the Patriot goalkeeper, on either one of them. Just sometimes you just beat.
Okay.
Samuel Felix Hernandez taking down Patriot. Quickly played in. Oh, good kind. Little Ronaldo there. Michael Nunez, stepping over the ball multiple times. A nice little handshake between Michael
No,
and
the
Keith
thing
Witherall.
is, I can't really see the people, so I was trying to focus on the numbers. So the numbers are out of focus right now.
Looks like Roger Rojas is down for Washington Lee. And teams are taking a little bit of a break. We've got a lovely evening for soccer here in Arlington. We've got the Arlington County Derby between Washington Lee Generals and the Yorktown Patriots. 20 minutes to go in the first half, and we have 2-0 Generals. We've got a fine match. We've seen some good defensive play on both sides. A couple moments of magic. Goal scored by Michael Nunez, beating 3 defenders, and a really nice goal by Samuel Felix Hernandez. Just very, very nice soft pass. Play is about to resume.
Diego.
I switched it to auto. I thought focus just worked.
On the drop ball because there was no foul with the injury.
I'm not going to do any better than you, man. I mean,
Yorktown just to the WNL goal. Michael Nunez again, and 2 defenders around him. But this time, they had their way. Nice, clean challenge. First touch, abandoned Jake Leskovitz. Touch, now Patriots ball. Through ball by the Patriots. Defended by Noah Goodcon. Right position, made the right safe play, putting it in the touch. Allowing the defense to get their shape. Last few minutes, the Patriots have certainly had a little more possession than they did in the first 5. And making nice plays, I think, Keith Witherall. Julian Escobar Perez easily able to contain him.
The TD requests that you close down your iris.
Peter Truitt's Yorktown team is 2 wins, 2 ties, and 3 losses. This is his first year coaching the team. Jimmy Carrasquillo's team is 6 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie.
Quick!
Muscovitz throwing it in. There by the defense. Good kind. (4-4-2). Certainly Michael Nunez is playing a striker. Now a quick counter, but once again, swept aside by Tim Collins, who I think I mentioned before, but I'll mention again, has a scholarship to Vassar to play soccer. senior. Good throw. Looks like they're calling an illegal throw there. The ball just belonged to Yorktown. Yorktown's trying to do the quick through balls and having limited success. Speaking of which, now Michael Nunez, but ruled offside by the linesman. From this vantage point, he was a step or two offside. Certainly a good idea. It's interesting to see what both teams are doing here. The traditional go down to the corners and cross is being abandoned for more through balls in the middle. Try to get behind the defense. Here we go, offside by a step again. This time it was Yorktown's turn to be offside. For some reason, they're giving Yorktown a free kick. Touch, quick little shove, and they're calling a foul on that. Kind of a meaningless challenge. Ball going in the touch. The crowd is expressing its displeasure, but certainly of all the challenges you'll see out there, that was not malicious in any way, shape, or form. It wasn't a cynical challenge, as the English announcers said. Some run balls. Good kind. Good pressure by Yorktown to make him push it into touch. Nicely played. Counter though. Nunez. Touch the Ben-Hur. Got a situation where there's some definitely openings. Passers along, but ruled offsides. That's why Abdesamad Belfaroud held up. Knew he was offside by a step. There certainly was the right idea. 13 and a half minutes left in the first half. Washington Lee playing in white, going from left to right. Has 2 goals, 2 beautiful goals. Yorktown has not scored yet, but certainly had a couple of good opportunities. They're in blue, going from right to left. A lot of these players play, whether it's Annandale, Braddock Road, DC United, a lot of the club teams, so they know each other outside of just the high school leagues. A lot of respect between these two teams, and the tradition between these two schools and the rivalry. Overheard Yorktown, or the WNL coach yesterday, talking about what's back in the day, the players to celebrate this rivalry all had mohawks for it. Doesn't look like his team took him up on that idea this year. Another through ball. Keith Witherall. Nicely controlled by Tim Collins. It's just good playing, good coaching, how to handle that situation where you're putting a modicum of danger, no panic, solid play. Michael Nunez, one on the goalie, shot, save, beautiful save. Beautiful save by Hayden Kickbush. Couldn't fault him on the 2 goals, and certainly you got a one on the goalie situation with an All-American who knows how to put the ball in the net and make that save with your legs, then your hands. Well played. Ball went over the end line. Got an outswinger, being taken by Harrison Ramos. Now played back to Ramos. Crossed in. Nunez, and he's being called for pushing off or to get the ball. Getting advantage with his arms. Another opportunity for Generals. Through it at the corner. Nice way to turn the defender. Open space. Shot. Another save. Another play where just everybody did it right. Hayden Kickbush is certainly showing himself to be a very good keeper, but nothing wrong with the play. The corner, to the far post. A shot at 5 yards. Just good play. I think it was Jacob Campbell who did take that shot, which Hayden Kickbush saved. Speaking of Campbell, down on the left flank, off the defender and over the end line. Corner kick for Washington Lee. Looks like they got ideas to take a short corner. Going from Ramos to Nunez. Yep, short corner. Back to Ramos. Ben Hurkepperton. Back to Nunez. Nice play. Ben played over the end line, safely out of harm's way by the defender. Witherall. Down to Adam Luncher. Back to Witherall. If he can score here. Didn't think he could, but certainly that was a nice shot by Justin Gonzalez. Left foot, took it on the volley. Wasn't all that hard to handle, but it's an indication that the Yorktown's able to create opportunities. The through ball is working, and we've got another one here. Forcing the WNL defense to do some work.
Come on, Blue!
That was Keith Witherall forcing the defense, kicking in the touch. The speed, quickness is exactly what Jimmy Carrasquillo was worried about. Got a foul against WNL. Peter Sheriff taking the free kick for Yorktown. Played, headed back, shot. Ooh! That was the nicest combination Yorktown's shown today. You've got a 2-0 game in favor of the Generals, and you can't argue that that's not a fair result because they've had a majority of opportunities. But they're certainly, particularly in the last couple of minutes, Yorktown's shown a chance. They've had their chances, and they're showing an ability to get into the final third and show creativity. Just good stuff all around. Through ball, Witherall. Nice move. Isaac Gamboa clears it to safety. Foul by Jacob at Muscovitz. Played quickly by Yorktown. Cross, but nobody there to take it. Ball to the corner. Nunez back all the way from his forward position. Going through. Turning it over. Decimon Belford. Nicely played. Campbell. Harrison Ramos in the far post. And certainly well defended. Nice back flick by Jake Campbell. Shot, hits the post. Another shot, goal! Jacob Muscovitz. First shot was saved, hit the post. Ricocheted open, and one-time shot into the back of the net. 3-0 Washington Lee Generals over the visiting Yorktown Patriots. We've got less than 4 minutes to go in the first half. Now the question becomes, what do you do if you're Yorktown? You've had your opportunities. You haven't played badly. You're down 3-0 at half.
No, you know why? Your ex-boyfriend will make sure that Mako doesn't even score. I mean, the way he had. Okay, but this is. I'm pretty sure we do that.
Through ball. This time for Villaronga Dowlas. However, easily handled by Julian Escaraperes.
Okay, last week.
Generals. Stole by W&L. Nice slide. Nothing but ball. No foul. Peter Sheriff made a very nice play. Shot by Despot Bilfrud. Didn't really get all of it. Right idea.
I'm on the wing. When you get back. Two boxes. Two boxes.
For first time. Ooh, first time by Jacob Muskovitz. And Jacob Campbell almost on the other end, but good, slick soccer there. Slick header and easily handled by the Yorktown goalkeeper. We're reaching the end of the first half, and it's Washington Lee Generals 3, the home team. They're in white. The Yorktown Patriots in blue, 0. Foul on the Patriots. Good for touch by Noah Goodkind. Ben-Hur Gebertense and over the end line. And it's going to be a goal kick. Whistle for the end of the first half. The score, Washington Lee Generals 3, Yorktown Patriots 0. Welcome back to Arlington War Memorial Stadium. My name's Dave Howell, and I'm joined by Paul Howe, who played with Yorktown and graduated in 1978.
Hi, Dave. How are you doing? It's
Good.
great to be back at this field. Seeing that these two teams play, a big rivalry. We'll see how it goes in the second half.
What did you think of the first half?
W&L played some beautiful one-touch stuff. Yorktown at times did that. Their number 10 looked for the ball, received it, sprayed it around. That was good stuff from them. I wouldn't fault the Yorktown goalie on any of the goals. He was kind of left in a bad position. It'll be interesting to see how we go in the second half.
Well, I'm glad everybody's here, and I really appreciate Paul joining us for the second half. It's about to begin. Yorktown is in Columbia blue. They'll be going from left to right. Washington Lee, the home team, is in white. They're going from right to left, and the score is Washington Lee 3, Yorktown 0, starting the second half. So if you're the Yorktown coach, what are you thinking now?
I'm having them try to just play on the deck, play it short, play it simple, move it around, and that's a good way to get the momentum going. Plus, it's just more fun to play that way.
It's certainly more fun to watch. I think one of the things, watching these teams on artificial surfaces, the artificial surfaces of 20 years ago felt like ping pong out there.
Yeah.
And they're able to keep the ball on the ground, make short passes, which is exactly what Yorktown's trying to do now.
Yeah, we're seeing a little one touch. Yeah, I mean, they don't want to give away, Yorktown doesn't want to give away possession too easily. I mean, so it'd be great to see them try that, see how that develops for them.
And certainly, if you're W&L, what do you think at this point?
Well, actually, I think the same thing for W&L. I mean, they certainly have a lot of technically gifted players, so to be able to spray the ball around, find gaps, and then attack the goal, and then sort of put this one out of reach.
Nice ball down the right flank.
Yeah.
Nice turn.
Great turn, but a lot of convergence on him.
Exactly.
He didn't have a whole lot of options once he made the turn.
You can't beat four defenders on your own.
Yeah, most people can't. It looks like they've got some good white space.
Rosanari, cross to the right.
Good ball through.
Yep, very nice ball through. One thing that's impressed me is how well W&L's back four keeps its shape.
Yeah, they are very disciplined, very well trained. But you can see that the outside backs are also looking to get into the attack when that opportunity comes up. Seems like everyone's good on the ball for them.
Yes.
Which allows them to do a lot of things.
Any one player of note, anybody in particular you go, wow.
Yeah, number 11 for W&L sort of combines that great technical ability, but with he just doesn't want to lose the ball, and he's going to keep fighting for it. You put those two things together, I can see why he's been dangerous all night.
And certainly, he's got a physicality there.
Yeah.
In addition to speed
yeah.
And technique.
Right, you put that all together, that's really hard to deal with for a center back.
And
there are a few times in the first half it looked like he was kind of stopped, his progress was delayed, and yet he kept going.
Another gear.
Then he was went through.
Got a corner kick on the right side. W&L looks like they're going to do the short corner again. Nope. Nicely cleared. So, in your days, when you played, how big of a match? Oh, beautiful goal!
It happened very quickly. I sense W&L is a team that can really do that. It doesn't take much for them to get an opening. Don't wait to shoot and put it in the opposite corner.
Correct. Came out. That was basically one touch, not stop, settle, shoot.
Yeah, it happened just like the snap of the fingers.
And
you were asking me about back in the day, and if I can be allowed to bore the audience for a minute. At one time, there was always this track around the field, but there's a chain link fence about 1 or 2 feet off the sideline. So that made it a little hazardous if you were going for a challenge at the sideline. Thankfully, that's not there anymore. It also really impacted how you could take a corner, because you really couldn't take a run up to it. You'd have to do a short corner every time. Now you can take a corner in a more traditional manner.
we're a little bit of a disadvantage right now for the second half, although it's fabulous having Paul here. The fourth goal by W&L was scored by Abdesamad Belfaroud.
They're spreading the goals around tonight.
Yes, it is a luxury to have that many many players who are confident. Michael Nunez, beautiful move and cross.
Yeah, just watching the W&L substitutes warm up at halftime. They all had a lot of technical abilities too, so I sense that they could put in a lot of different people and still be successful.
I think they're only graduating five or six seniors this year.
Wow.
And there's no shortage of talent on the JV earlier today.
Yeah.
Nunez back. You can tell they're up 4-0 when he tries to do the rainbow.
Yes. And the fans really enjoyed that. So they're having a good time tonight watching some of the moves being put on.
So when you were playing a high school game and you were up, how did it feel to play?
It's always kind of a weird feeling because there was the inevitable letdown. and the game wasn't as fun at that point. The close games, which at least in that era, the WNL Yorktown games always were more fun to play in because there was just that kind of that intensity about them, and you really didn't know what would happen in the end.
And how about when you're in the opposite end?
Yeah, that's the
you
thing.
And I
when
played
you're down that.
Some lower level play on some teams.
Right. Right. There's. You just look to do a few things well and then build on that, but there inevitably gets to be finger pointing, and then it sort of gets to be like a downward cycle because of that. So I think the thing is to try to do a few things well and build on that.
You had a more intellectual approach to the game. I was just looking for the pizza after at some point. That's really the first time I've seen them try something from the midfield area. Instead of controlling it, let's try a long ball.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting they tried that one on.
Because I'm kind of getting the impression it's like, let's pull whatever we can out of our hat now.
Right. So it looks like we're going to see WNL use more of their bench, which is great. They get some playing time in a game where they have a big lead. That's a good thing. You were saying?
Oh, no, that's nothing to worry about. Looks like a hard foul.
Yeah. Kind of scissored him down.
Right. Marin Roshanari.
Yeah, they both seem to be okay.
Flag. Yeah, right, exactly. There's. Free kick being taken by Tim Collins, who's got a scholarship to Vassar coming up next year.
Great ball in.
Great.
Yeah, he put that in a really difficult spot. Struck a nice line on it. Didn't hang up there too much.
And the touch, General's throw. Taken by Miguel Ortiz.
This stadium has seen a lot of important soccer games over the years. It was traditionally the place where the Arlington youth teams would play their championship finals and cup finals. Also, there occasionally professional teams would have friendlies here. So it's seen a lot of games over the years.
And my limited exposure, this now with artificial turf, the two things that I've noticed is, man, everybody's using it.
Yeah.
It's nonstop use, both interscholastically, community members, and I don't know where you were last night, but it rained like the dickens last night here.
Yeah.
And this thing's drained
you would know
really
it
well.
by the quality of play, by their footing. Certainly the quality of turf has improved greatly.
Correct. Jacob Campbell trying to take it down the left side. Couldn't control it. On the touch for the Patriots. Witherell has it.
Yeah.
Speedy, quick player.
He's running at people.
He was the one player the WNL coach worried about.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. He's skillful, he's technical, but you can't do it by yourself.
No, right, correct. Roshinari, goal, relatively easy save. Quick counter. Been impressed by his distributions.
Yeah. He definitely doesn't give it away cheaply. He's looking to, as you pointed out, start a counter.
Free kick for Yorktown. Quickly played. Their left.
The ball in. A bit long.
And over the end line. Julian Escobar-Perez, the goalkeeper, is a junior. So opponents have to look at him for one more year. This is the team that was state finalist last year, losing only to T.C. Williams. I think it was 2-0. And to a team coached by Marty Nickley.
Marty Nickley. Dave and I saw him play many times in college.
Under the tutelage of Al Albert.
Yeah, I believe he's a math teacher there.
He's a math teacher,
Yeah.
exactly. And Arlington Independent Media will be covering Titans against Wakefield on Thursday. Ball against Generals. Oh, we got a yellow card. Miguel Ortiz has been placed in the book.
And he's been subbed out.
Exactly. Coming in for him is Aiden Pond. This is nothing like, I don't have the exact facts. There was an earlier game this year with WNL where Michael Nunez was given a red card, and there were like eight yellows.
Wow.
It was just ugly stuff. Well, they're all trying to dribble through. We got another yellow card. And I'm thinking that was on Roger Rojas.
It's like a bit of a tug as number 7 went by.
Was that a jersey tug?
Yeah.
Maybe just like the cut of his fabric.
Pardon me?
Maybe just like the cut of his fabric.
Yeah, that's right.
We're under 30 minutes to play. Second half, Arlington War Memorial Stadium. Arlington County Derby between Yorktown, WNL. Yorktown free kick. Taking the weather off.
7's isolated, plays square. Double WNL is moved up. Looking to catch
Through
people
ball.
off.
And the whistle is up for offside.
Yeah. Kind of a late whistle, Dave.
Yes,
I
it
was
was.
kind of expecting it to blow a little quicker than that. I think the forward was as well.
Yes, exactly.
He kind of hesitated at that.
Was saying, I'm offside, I know that. I don't hear the whistle.
Yeah.
Maybe I can keep going.
Yeah. Perhaps I should. Dave, in games you've played with, when it's a significant lead, do you feel like the game sometimes becomes placid and people are kind of playing out the last few minutes to?
My take on that has always been, if you're behind, you think you're given 100%, and you're really only given 90, and it allows things to become real blowouts. And if you're ahead, it's kind of risk-free time. if you try something fancy and like the rainbow we saw down there and mess it up, everybody laughs about it the next day in the locker room.
Right.
And if you do it, everybody's like, wow, aren't you great?
Yeah.
There's nothing to lose.
Yeah, you really have nothing to lose. That's true.
But in terms of competitive fire, at some point, that's just not what's going on. One of the things I look for at this stage in life is particularly Yorktown, who continues to play really hard.
Yeah.
Because that's not easy to do.
WL is a very well-drilled team. No matter who's in the game, they're looking to create space, get wide, give options. I can see why they made the state championship game last year.
Right. And their coach coached a state champion team at George Mason a few years ago, a number of years ago. And his brother's the JV coach, and so they got a little dynasty going on.
Yes. Nice turn through traffic. WL is also very good at getting a lot of players around the ball very quickly.
Oh.
And that limits your options if you're Yorktown.
Foul against WL. Be interesting to see if Yorktown, they're trying to blow through balls like that. Seem to have the most success in the first half.
It's a little one touch. Yeah, WL's backs, you really look to settle it first and look up and play a ball through.
Right. Shot by Manu Roshanari, who's having a very good second half.
Yes, he is. He's creating some dangerous chances on the wing.
And earned himself a corner kick. Short one from Witherall. Not exactly the...
They weren't on the same page on that one.
On the right side, getting a touch.
WL's doing a wonderful job of making Yorktown chase. They're down 4-0 in the second half, and they're happy to chase. Not a good feeling.
Exactly. What is the referee stopping play for here, you think?
Looks like we have a sub coming up.
Yep. And one of the things at the higher levels that creates a different flavor is limited substitutions as opposed to the high school level. Your thoughts on allowing unlimited at the high school level?
Yeah, it really changes the way you play the game, of course. You have to pace yourself a bit. Sometimes in levels where there's unlimited substitution, games can be helter-skelter. When there's 3 subs, that doesn't happen as often. It can't happen as often.
Right. It changes, there is this different element to the game. WL throw in after goes to the stoppage. Yorktown voluntarily gave the ball back.
Nice control.
Nunez on the left. Beats 2 defenders, but certainly couldn't beat the wall. Changes field.
Finds
nice
him.
ball.
Nice ball.
Justin Gonzalez.
Again, when you have 3 people converge on you,
Right. Once again, that
it's hard to
disciplined
keep.
defense is.
Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, they're very well versed in how they cover people. When to step to somebody, when to move back.
With 22 minutes left in the second half, you're watching an Arlington County derby between Washington Lee High School and Yorktown High School. Schoolers, Washington Lee 4, Yorktown 0 in the second half. We're being joined by Paul Howe, a graduate of Yorktown High School and player on their varsity team. He remembers these games well. What do you think of the quality of play you're seeing now compared to back in your day?
There's more players with good technical skills, no doubt about it. I imagine both these teams would have made this meet of our teams. We had some, good players who, ended up playing college ball, but
Yorktown selected the right side. They're able to find some space. It's cleaned up.
Yorktown's having a hard time going down the center, and given how many white jerseys are there, it's not surprising. Had a little better luck when they get out on the wings, but you need a lot of runners to get into the box when someone's further across.
Right. And even when they come down to the wing, they can get down to the flag. But it isn't like they can spend all day figuring out who they're going to cross the ball to.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not like they have all day to pick out who they're going to play it to, because the WNL seems to have a lot of recovery speed.
It's real interesting from our angle down in the corner. You can see WNL's defense is basically at the midfield line, and
2 center backs are constantly communicating with each other, checking off who's gonna take the striker, who's gonna drop.
got to play on.
Referee says play on.
Tough challenge.
Not too much protest over that one.
Ill-advised pass.
Good idea. Good idea. Try to catch the keeper out.
No, that was Justin Gonzalez. Why not take a run at it?
Yeah. A good 40 yards from the goal. Keeper is out a bit. Why not have a try?
There have been some famous ones in history.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
This could have been one more.
Yeah.
Nunez keeping control. Taken down, and is it?
And with a yellow card for that takedown, that challenge.
And is it in the box or where? It's a little hard to tell from here. No. So it's the 3rd yellow card issued today.
bit outside the box. It'll be interesting to see what kind of play W&L runs here.
Exactly. Yorktown goalie just positioned.
Got a 4-man wall.
Exactly.
Looks like we're getting another guy to join.
After the game, they do the high fives and that's what we want to sign. Taken.
Ball through.
Ooh. Good idea.
Not terribly
post.
far off.
Did not miss that by much. In a closer match later in the year, that practice there might provide something in one of the playoff games.
Yeah, W&L hunts the ball so well. They don't give you a chance to establish a rhythm.
Yeah, I think that's a real good point. Yorktown has had multiple opportunities, but they've never looked the same.
Right. Nice turn. Nice ball out.
Roshinari again.
Gonna have one. Not a bad idea.
No, not at all.
Hard to pin W&L back in their area because they have so many technical players who can move the ball up at speed.
Right. Now, let's see what Yorktown can do with their counter.
Game's opening up a bit.
Right in the middle of my shot. That wasn't Tony, that wasn't.
Looking for the return ball. Unlucky.
Nice turn, play square. Wing.
It's a bit long. You can see the idea there.
Right. Exactly. A little too much weight to the pass, but it was a nice idea.
Yeah. Looking to play to feet. Springs him. Just a bit off.
Yep. Referee signaled offside. Once again, right idea. Extra step or two hesitation or a little. Yeah, the game really is opening up.
Dave, I don't know about you, but I feel there's another goal in this.
I would agree.
Taking one on.
Right idea, just tough to.
Yeah, topped it a bit, but nice move into space.
That's at that pace. It's tough to control.
Yeah.
Good play all around there.
Yeah. drew so many defenders to him and then laid it off.
Laid it off. Nunez laid it off. Shot. Goalie didn't panic. Staring down. Stayed in position.
Looks like we might be seeing another sub for W&L. The next opportunity.
Isaac Gamboa coming back into the game, as well as Roger Rojas. Rojas was the one who came out a little while earlier. Okay.
It seemed like he banged knees with a Yorktown guy inadvertently. Had to limp off. Good to see him back. Widening the field.
Nice,
again,
right, exactly. Nice way to switch.
Great use of space.
Jacob Campbell and into touch, and it's corner on the left side for W&L. Looks like Adam Stroberg is warming up to come in for Yorktown. Swinger, far post.
Into the scrum and a bit over.
We certainly had room for that.
Yeah, yeah, he had a free header. Outside of his boot.
Nice touch. Nunez again.
Still fighting for it.
Maintain control for his team. 3 defenders. At this point, as an All-American, he's not sneaking up on anybody. That was one of the things talking with Coach Carrasquillo was he said, been a good team to coach, but it's been uniquely challenging in that they feel like they've got a target on their back this year. So the motivation's different.
Right. Yeah, everybody wants W&L. Yeah, Dave, they have great fight in addition to their technical abilities, as we know.
Nice cross. Save the corner kick there. You said they got good fight?
Yeah. They certainly just keep with the ball.
Come on, Harrison.
There's a nice touch
Okay,
by
a little
Stroberg,
space
who
to
just
work
came
with.
into the game.
Finds him. Gets the return.
Gets the return, takes it first time. Gets a shot
no
on
extra
goal.
touches there.
Once again, even though it's 4-0, you really can't blame the Yorktown keeper for any of this.
Yeah.
Nunez puts it in. That's his second goal of the match. Nice left-footed strike after outrunning the defender.
Creates a lot of space for himself. Gets free. Strikes it really well.
So now the score is Washington Lee Generals 5, Yorktown Patriots 0. In the second half, game on a lovely April night in Arlington. Patriots are in blue going from left to right, Generals in white going from right to left. Under 10 minutes to play. Nice turn.
Some space to work with. Nice diagonal run and almost finds someone, but a bit off.
Aiden Ty, there was just would like to have held his run just a hair.
Yeah. And he would have had a little space to work with.
Stroberg.
We have some subs coming in for Yorktown.
Yuri Daulos coming in. He's been in before. He's played well. Created some opportunities.
Great footwork there. Get some space. Whistle and a yellow card.
Yes. So it's the fourth yellow card of the match?
Fourth of the match.
I don't think any of them were one where anybody was really screaming.
No,
Whether
no,
the
it
player
was.
or the fans. Or
Yeah.
you wouldn't use the term cynical challenge.
No, not cynical. This hasn't been a chippy game.
They're pulling the long ball out of their sleeve again. Let's just give
Looks
another
like
try.
it.
See what we can create. Nice ball. Composure.
Draws the keeper out. Nice little ball.
But into touch. Free kick about 40 yards from goal. Be interesting to see what Yorktown does with it.
Got 3 players wide. They play short.
Taken in with a quick counter. Safely back to the keeper.
Give and go doesn't quite come off.
So as this game winds down, what are your thoughts? Oh, nice ball down the wing. Hayden Ty couldn't control it. If we want this game wind down.
WNO's just relentless. They always have their head up, looking to go to goal and score.
Your thoughts on the high school soccer experience?
It's really fun to play high school sports, and particularly soccer, given the freedom you get to play in soccer.
Really nice move.
We're seeing that tonight. It's it's a beautiful evening, playing a beautiful game. What could be better?
Yeah, exactly. This in front of friends and family.
Yeah.
School is a backdrop.
Worked out with a little break here. WNO always looking to maintain possession.
Little stuff like that's just nice. Nice turn, control, surrounded.
Right. All these little details that they get right. Now they need some runners in the box.
Good opportunity. It looks like it is going to be a corner.
Yeah. Cross is pulled back nicely.
But certainly, Yorktown had a player in the 6-yard box, right place at the right time. They just lacked that moment of magic,
right,
which we saw. And that was Timmy Walton with the opportunities coming up a little bit lame, but no, it was a good opportunity.
And swinger, and a pretty easy take for the keeper. Immediately looking to counter.
One defender, bit of a heavy touch.
Looking for a run coming from midfield. Yeah.
Nice layoff, but step offside.
Found himself offside.
Third time they've tried this. I counted, maybe more, but Nunez is just a force. Dragged a little wide right of goal, but certainly did a lot right on that run.
Yeah, seems to me the best you can do if you're defending him is to try to force him a bit wider to cut down his angle a bit, but he's still going to be dangerous.
Foul by Yorktown. I think it was one of those fouls that probably looked worse than it really was.
Yeah.
Running full tilt.
Again, not no malicious intent there.
Right. But
see WNL players making a run.
That's the match.
And that's the match.
That concludes Arlington War Memorial Stadium with WNL beating Yorktown 5-0. Paul, thank you so much for joining us.
Dave, we await our
second half.
Dave, we await our call from ESPN.
Maybe for me to sweep floors, but that call is coming. Any final thoughts?
Great match out here on a Tuesday night. WNL fans had a great night. Got a lot of entertainment. It's fun to see these two teams play. I enjoyed it. I hope our audience did as well.
Same here. Thank you so much, Paul. And I just after seeing both the JV game and the varsity game, and with a combined 12-0 score, it's WNL is not only formidable now, they will be for years to come. Good players, good coaching. But I think Yorktown, they've got a lot to look forward to as well. This is the first year for their varsity coach and the first year for their JV coach. And certainly a lot of skill, well-coached team, and expect good things in the future.
Yeah, it takes a while to get your system in place, get everybody on the same page, and that will come over time.
Thank you from Arlington Independent Media. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Good night, Paul.
Good night, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.